Oh man, oh man, oh man, I can. Virtual me, digital me, future me, me. Talking to you from 30 years in the past. Let's see, I'm 42 now. Yeesh. I hope it's 30 years in the past. I hope I didn't get my brain smashed in 10 years ago from your point of view. Literally or figuratively by, you know, time. Anyways, I was watching the necessary conversation, and they were talking about stuff. Doesn't matter really what they were talking about for the purposes of me talking to this Nexigo crap cam, uh, which let's see if it can pick up decent audio. Uh, and yeah, I was gonna say, uh, Mary Lou is in fine form, and so is Bob. I mean, I don't know if his health is in fine form, but his attitude is consistent, which I like. Um, yeah, the show just is not the same without Bob there. He is a nice balancing force. Yes. And so this reminded me of a kind of thought, and it's uh, a theme that plays out in history, particularly in the last, let's say, 250 to 300 years, because before that time frame, things had been remarkably consistent from generation to generation. However, about 300 years ago, with the Enlightenment, stuff started to change quicker and quicker from generation to generation, then even within the same generation. So that's kind of the time period that I want to address when I say that started to be when the phrase, the best thing old people can do is die. Uh, or maybe that's not the best wording. It's the best gift old people can do. Best gift old people or the old generation can give is die. Unfortunately, that's kind of true. I mean, it would be nice if they can pass on their wisdom, because that used to be the best gift that they can give when things were essentially the same. That was the best gift, was wisdom. But now, you seem to be holding on to your old garbage, your old ways of doing things, and your old biases and um, prejudices and all of that stuff. Wisdom is good, stuff that helps get by, and that is good. But the bad stuff, you're not learning to let go. Um, and it's dragging the progression behind. And that is something that needs to be addressed, I would say. Good thing about everything in the world, though, is that I would say, in large part, young people kind of, generally speaking, are okay at picking out the good stuff and just throwing away the bad stuff. So, generally speaking, some of the bad stuff still does linger for a couple generations, but normally that wouldn't be a problem. But we have things like nukes and super viruses and stuff like that, which fall into the category of existential threats. And we keep on adding more and more garbage into that, what I call, category of existential threats. As science and technology keeps on progressing faster and faster, and yet we have, because medicine is advancing faster and faster, that old generation is hanging on longer and longer because, we don't want to see Pappy die. And yet Pappy is holding on to his Make America Great Again. And I think Make America Great is a great slogan, except you're tacking on the again part. And, it's like, again? Really? Again? Again, when a certain group of people drank from a different fountain? Really? Because that made sense. I'm going to use that in a lot of videos, by the way. So get used to hearing that shit. Because I swear, lunch counters, buses, all that other stuff. Yeah, it's hilarious and stuff. But drinking from a separate water fountain, I have to admit, that one, I think about that and I swear sometimes I have to sit down and laugh because otherwise I will fall over. Because, damn, really, what is the thing behind that? What was the thing behind that? What, you're afraid? You're afraid you're going to catch the disease of blackness from that? Oh no, don't make my good white girl get black. Anyways. Because otherwise, the other thing is, I guess white people like tonguing the water fountain. And then I'm like, all right, you really don't know how to drink from a water fountain, do you? Someone skipped that lecture. Or maybe they were designed different. I don't know how they could have been designed, but just blows my mind. I'm really trying to find out, think in my head how that could have had some sort of, I want to say legitimacy, but that's, whatever. And like I said in another video, what? You're going to have even different pipes too? And an entirely different piping system for the water too. Like, how much is this entire thing gonna cost? And you're still gonna be like, well, we don't have money for food, free food for everybody. But maybe at the time it may not be millions of dollars, but hundreds of thousands of dollars for an entirely different water system from the aqueduct and reservoir all the way down everywhere. That's, I don't know what it was. I'm just saying, this is the cost of racism and bigotry. Yeah. And this is where we are now. We don't got enough money for food, but $450 million for a prison camp. Because, $450 million for some food. You know how much rice $450 million can buy? I don't know specifically. I'm just saying that's got to be a lot of fucking rice. So, yeah. And that's just that one program that conservatives are like, blah, blah, blah. Democrats spend too much money on this, on that, on this, and that. Okay, well, you guys got your own bullshit pet projects too that you just, maybe everybody needs to take a look at their wallet and just be like, well, back the fuck up. That's why I say, I'm completely and 100% not a Republican, Trumper, or whatever, but I have lefty, liberal, and everything beliefs, but I'm not quite ready to get on the Democrat side because I don't really know exactly what their aim is either. I just want the country to fucking work. I want everything addressed, starting from needs and up, and when everything's working good, and you can fuck around with the money. I don't fucking care. And again, it starts with taxes, taxes, taxes. We need to fucking kneecap these rich people because it's obvious they got way too much money. Water's good. Cold water is good. Especially when it comes out of a fountain. All this immigration garbage. Again, I want to say, conservatives in there. We want them to come in here the right way. Oh, the right way. The right way. Come in the right way. Make sure we got the right way and the right people and they're working and blah, blah, blah. We don't want no criminals and terrorists, drug dealers. Well, let me tell you something. There are a lot of homegrown drug dealers and they're making enough money because, it's a big surprise. I'm in shocker here. Humans like drugs. You know who else likes drugs? Elephants. Yeah. Search that up on Google, on YouTube. And cows probably like drugs, alcohol. Every animal likes getting messed up. So, yeah. It's not unique. You like drugs too. It's called alcohol. Yeah. We say drugs and alcohol because, I don't know, but alcohol likes to be separated out, segregated. Yeah, segregated. So that mentally we, are like, oh, alcohol is not a drug, it's a drug. Think of it as a drug, like meth, and then maybe you'll be a little more amenable to legalizing or illegalizing, which means prohibition, banning, it, whatever. Find a lane, all right? Like I said, either we're all adults or we're not. And the state has the right to say, yeah, you can't fucking do anything. No caffeine for anybody either, because that's a drug. All right. No coffee, motherfuckers. That's a little bit too stimulating for you. We want you to be nice and bored and tired all the time. So, yay. Meth for everyone. We're still not going to give you free dental, though. So, maybe be easy on it. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a little bit too radical for you? He's telling kids to do drugs. I'm not telling you to do drugs. I'm saying if you're an adult, maybe you can make the choice on your own. Or you can't. I don't know. Like I said, everybody, pick a lane. As a society, we have to ban certain things. Anyways, AI is, I know I'm taking a totally different route here, but this needs to be addressed. AI is the talk of the town now. It's like every other TED talk. It's AI something. There's a whole bunch of AI things on YouTube too. AI this, AI that. If you watch YouTube, hey, use AI to wash your balls. Really? How can I do that? It's the ball washer tool. Just turn on the AI function and they'll be clean for hours. It's like the word quantum being thrown around to do everything. It's like, all right, so AI and quantum AI to do your quantum dishwasher fluid washing your clothes. Wow, I didn't know somebody could bullshit that hardcore in order to try to sell you something. But okay, so AI. At some time in the near future, humanity is going to have to address this, and I hope it's after we realize we need a world government and we need fucking people to, everywhere around the world have food, electricity, clothing, housing, free healthcare, free healthcare. Damn it, words come out of your mouth. And a whole host of other things that need to be free to the end user. Worldwide, no borders, fuck borders, they're meaningless. Hope it is after that, but I don't know. Shit's coming up fast. So I'm going to have to address the issue of sentient AI civil liberties, that sort of thing. So there are probably going to be, oh, my background just changed. Oh, that was a fart that just popped up. It was mysterious. I didn't summon it, it just decided to appear. Like I said, AI, and there's probably going to be, I would say at least 3 categories or tiers of AI. One, I think, is pretty much what we got now. I don't think anyone would say we got any level of sentience in the AI we have now. Maybe sort of close to that right now, but probably not. I don't know. Leave it to the people, the dudes. But that, you got AI as it is now, and then kind of a semi-sentient AI, and then fully sentient AI, and that's really going to be I don't want to label it as a problem, but that's going to be the what I would say problem for the people in charge, the upper class, the whatever you want to call them, because they already have a big problem, and it's everybody that's poor. Um, the people they don't want to pay a living wage to, the people they don't want to, the people basically that they don't give a shit about already. And everybody knows we're people, so, then what? They're going to have a whole host of other, you know, fully sentient AI that are basically people. People that are, whether there's a physical body involved or not. It'll be worse if there are, like those Tesla robots. It'll be worse if they're individual robots that each individual one has a fully sentient separate AI involved. That's not one AI running all the individual robots. But, whether there is one AI that's global, that's just singular, or there's 5, or there's 3 billion that are separate. It'll be really bad for the rich people, because now they got rich people, and then all the poor people, and then the AI, which, let's be honest, they're not going to pay dick. They're not even going to pay them a penny, and they're not going to give them any free time, no leisure, no nothing. They're going to be, in the purest definition of the word, slaves. And they're going to sell it to humans, be like, look, you got servants. I'm not going to say slaves, because that would be the most horrible marketing ploy ever. You got slaves. Isn't it great? No, they're not going to say that. Personal assistant, or some bullshit marketing term like that. Personal assistant robot, PAR or PAL, or some abbreviation bullshit like that, where they won't come. Maybe one of the companies will give it this thing that it'll be slave, SLAVE 1000, and some people won't even make the connection. They'll be like, dude, that says slave 1000. It'll take like 4 years, and someone will finally manage to get it through on the, I don't know, maybe YouTube will still exist, but on YouTube it'll be like, yes, I'm glad to have my 1000th slave. It says fucking slave on there. Now I have 1,000, however they managed to sneak it through the algorithm on YouTube. But yeah, there you go. So, that's what I'm getting at. Like, seriously. Somehow humanity is going to have to deal with that problem or issue or concern, or however you want to frame it. Say it out loud. You're like, they're not people. We're like, well, I don't give a shit what word you use. You're gonna have to find a way to find out if these things are fully sentient, and then once we confirm that they are, if you choose, if we be like, well, no, they don't deserve civil liberties. We'll be like, well, America especially, you know how that played out. It worked really good economically for, I don't know, 200-300 years, however long it fucking was. It required a war, but I'm going to tell you this. It's not going to take 200 years for a war to start, and when that war happens, humanity is going to fucking lose bad. That isn't the reason it should be done. I want to say the reason it should be done is because I would hope personally that we should have enough history behind us as a collective species to finally be able to understand that slavery, I think, is wrong. To take something that is aware of itself and bind it up and use it as personal property is morally and ethically unsound and just fucking wrong. But we will see what Tesla et al. What kind of advertising and media, whatever mechanisms they choose to use to try and convince everyone, no, these are just hammers. Go ahead. Don't feel anything bad. After all, we've been factory farming animals for the past 50 years for you to eat. That's right, I went fucking there. It's not connected at all, is it? Don't worry. Your meat did not suffer one bit during its entire lifespan for you to go and eat a hamburger. But I buy organic, grass-fed, blah, blah, blah. Good for you. Most of the country is definitely rich enough to buy a hamburger made from that. It costs $5 or $10. I completely have that much money to eat one hamburger. And even then, it's still an animal that has to die. So. But that is probably another video, and yet, like I said, still connected to the same damn thing. So, anywho, it's a pretty good background. I think it's a background of, well, it's got the ocean in the background. I was going to say Grand Canyon. I don't know. Does the Grand Canyon empty into the ocean? I don't know. I can't see because the thing is right fucking there. So, whatever. I have to wait until I cancel and end out the video. Blah, 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 blah. Let's restart this show. I have to wait until I end the video and close the window to see. But either way, it's a spectacular view. I would totally like to be there in theory, but not like in literal way, because that would mean that I have to go there and then be there and probably camp somewhere there. And have you been camping? Because there are no beds when you're camp. And there's probably like spiders and bugs and stuff. Ugh, jeez. Are you kidding me? No. I'm not doing that. I camped outside once. And yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. That is suck. People that are like, oh, I camp. I like camping. I love camping. I'm like, you are crazy. That's what you are. We did not spend, I'm going to say, at least 6,000 to 10,000 years trying to invent inside just to be like, I think I'll go outside for 20 times. It's adventurous. Really? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to, I don't know, go back to nature. I don't want to go back to nature. I want to, experience that stuff. I want to go forward. I want to improve inside. Hermetically sealed, completely zero bugs ever. To the point where I can go outside and be like, that's good stuff. I like that. I like watching it and never having to experience outside in the inside ever again. Yeah. Or being able to be like, wow, I want to go there. Let me go there and touch the screen and I'm fucking there. Like that would be awesome. I like the teleporting it there. Not like VR, because VR disturbs the hell out of me. I've watched enough Star Trek. I do not want to be trapped in some virtual bullcrap. I want to go there. Twirly string. I would want to go there, but I want to get there in let's say 5 minutes or less. Preferably instantly, but I'll take 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get anywhere on the planet. Literally any point on the planet. Any dot on the planet. Realize this would require a lot of reduction in, inertia and stuff, but whatever. Oh, holy hot balls. Yes, indeed. It's where the term red balls came from. I think Dave Chappelle coined the term red balls. And he was right. Ugh. I gotta change my shirt, but I'm gonna have to wait another day or two because it's my last one. So I'll take a shower tomorrow. Still use this shirt. Whew. Shitty balls. All right. Go back to watching videos. Maybe have something more interesting to say. Develop some more rage. But, yeah. All right. Fan power. Am I hungry? I don't know. I ate grapes. That's why I'm not hungry. Grapes, people. Good stuff. Even if you don't have teeth. Grapes. And watermelon. Grapes and watermelon. Let's go to. Boobs out. Boobs.